How's it going, everybody? Adin here once again, bringing you some historic action post Strixhaven release. Today we're looking at Chris Bothelo's Temur Adventures list, which utilizes that sideboard to an excellent degree. It's an explosive matchup and I can't wait to show you the deck. But before I do, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel and catch me on twitch.tv 5 days a week on the link down below. So checking out the list, you guys will be familiar with this Adventures shell. 4 copies of the Edgewall Innkeeper, Into the Fae of the Wishers, the Lucky Clover, the Bone Crusher Giants to deal that damage, get that element of reach, the Brazen Borrowers to completely control your opponent's board, and also the Beanstalk Giants to ramp you in the early game. The benefit of this list in the current historic meta, however, is that it benefits from being able to take multiple turns in a row using 3 copies of the Time Warp. There's also an additional copy of the Time Warp in the sideboard. Now what we want to be doing here is establishing our board presence, getting enough mana down from the Fertile Footsteps, from the Lotus Cobra, and then using the Granted spell from the Fae of Wishes to access our wish board. In our wish board, we've got several different modes that we can turn on and off. If we find ourselves in those controlling matchups, we can draw on the Pact of Negation, the Negate, and also the Mystical Dispute. If we see that our opponent is building up a huge board presence, we can hit them with the Anger of the Gods or the Whelming Wave. If we get to a very late game and we find that we have lots of instants and sorcery spells within our graveyard and we want to buy ourselves more turns, we want to have those explosive and dynamic turns, we can draw of Miz's Mastery. Now what this allows us to do is exile a target card that's an instant or sorcery from our graveyard, and then we can play it without paying its converted mana cost. So for example, you can give yourself an extra turn with a Time Warp that might be in there. However, what you want to be doing is building up to its overload cost so you can play multiple Time Warps and just absolutely stack out your hand, making massive plays in 2-3 turns in a row without your opponent being able to interact. One of the key win cons of this deck is to build up your Beanstalk Giant so that it is an XX, so a really large creature, or you can hit your sideboard and get yourself a Body of Research, yet another new card that's come from Strixhaven. Oftentimes this will enter the battlefield as a 45/45, and then we reach for the Thud just to fling that monster at your opponent and destroy their life total. Now remember, with the combination between the Lucky Clover and the Granted, we can be getting multiple cards out of our wish board every single turn, so bear that in mind. Should we be coming up against those Sultai Ultimatum lists, we can grab a Rolling Vortex, or if we're coming up against decks which use a lot of recursion from the graveyard, so I'm talking about Arcanist lists, I'm talking about Jund lists, and also the new Jeskai Phoenix list, which we're going to showcase in today's video, you can be grabbing the Grafdigger's Cage. And finally, 2 additional cards, one of which is Ugin, which, you know, is just a staple. It just completely resets and rafts the board and gets you that fling damage in. And one card which never gets talked about in this list, 1 copy of Fabled Passage. Now, this can actually make or break several games if you need that extra mana to get yourself into the Escape to the Wilds, or whether you need that extra mana to be able to thud if you've already got a Beanstalk Giant down onto the battlefield. This comes in more and more times than you can possibly imagine. So, I hope you've enjoyed the deck tech. Make sure to let me know what you think of the games. Okay, so game 1 with the list. We're against Pan. And what do we have? We have a turn 1 Innkeeper. A couple of Lucky Clovers, but we are on the draw. So I'm actually happy keeping this. Let's go. Here we go. Land in. Edgewall Innkeeper. Now this is really encouraging that we've got the Fertile Footsteps coming up on turn 3. This is going to ramp us into the Time Warp, and then we can just keep going and going and going. Soul Guide Lantern. Slightly annoying for us in all honesty. Let's get a Lucky Clover down. I mean, Oppo might be, because they mulligan, they might want to kind of crack this to draw a card. So that's something that's kind of going in our favor. They might look at our list and say, okay, so actually they're adventures. They probably don't need the graveyard, and so we can crack it. Crawling Barons as well. Oh, a removal for the Innkeeper. Lightning Helix. Let's get it out of the hand. Let's go. Come on, land. Untapped. Untapped mana off the top here, please. Never in doubt. Let's go for the Fertile Footsteps. We're going to grab a blue mana and maybe just 2 blue manas actually, because we've got 2 green up, right? Yeah, let's go for 2 blue mana here, and we can play the Lucky Clover. Beautiful. So we've already ramped ourselves up a little bit. We've got a Time Warp next turn. We could just time lock ourselves, but I think we're just going to be drawing cards with the Fae of Wishes, right? As predicted, Oppo does sack to draw. This is going to be really beneficial for us. And a great start, a really impactful start. A tap land from our opponent. Was that what they needed? They're going to play a Narset. So I do need to kill this.
Meditate and prepare.
Sensor. Okay. Another lucky clover. I think it's worth it to time warp first. Just because we might draw another land, which we do. Beautiful. Gonna crack it. Grab ourselves a red. Okay. So what do we do here? Do I time? No. No. We've got plenty of time, I think. Let's go for the granted. Oh. Mistake there. An early mistake. Well, actually, maybe it's not a mistake. Maybe it's not. So this is the reason why. So Oppo is going to be playing a controlling list, right? We want to get ourselves into a position whereby... So negation's there. Yeah, we might actually have messed this up in all honesty. Get ourselves a negate. Okay. Correct gain. Get ourselves a mastery. Mastery seems good. Mastery does seem good. Maybe it's a body of research. And get ourselves the mastery. Okay. And let's pass. Let's pass, keeping up the negate. What I could have done was if Oppo, I could have played down the Lucky Clover and got myself the Pact of Negation, which would have been a lot more mana efficient. But it essentially means we're skipping next turn. Oppo whiffs with the Narset. That's an interesting one. Another Fae of Wishes here. Another Fae of Wishes. I think, do I give myself another turn? No, I think I'm going to play this down. Lucky Clovers again. Replenish my hand. Maybe I grab a Fabled Pasture as well, just to thin out my deck list here. Yeah, because I also need that green mana as well for the body of research, right? So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab the FUD. And let's grab the Pact of Negation whilst we're at it. Or do I just go counter spells? Let's go counter. Let's go Dispute or Pact. I mean, Pact is probably the better card, right? Right, let's play this down. We're going to crack it. For green mana. And yeah, do I go Lucky Clover yet? Oppo scoops. Yep. We kind of took over that. A little mistake from me. A little mistake, I must admit. So because of that, I think I'm going to get rid of maybe a couple of the Brazen Borrowers and add in the Dispute and the Negate. It's great to get the Pact of Negation from the top with our opponents. I really like having this Fabled Passage in the sideboard. I think it's really, really effective. Sideboard could still do with a little bit of tweaking, I think. Maybe giving ourselves some life gain. Okay, so maybe the Shadow Spear. So I can consider putting that in for our next game. But all in all, I think this is a really kind of settled list. So let's run it into the second game of the match. Okay. And again, nice. Innkeeper, Cobra, Beanstalk Giant. Let's go. Beautiful. Innkeeper. Now this allows me to play down the tap plan, doesn't it, for this, I believe. Okay, so we could get censored here. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I'm going to attack him for 1. So the reason I think that Oppo's got censor is that like there was a pause there, so that indicates a cycle. I would actually I think that we can pass. I think we can pass. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, is this the list that they're playing? So they discard all of these cards and then bring something back? Is that right? They use a card to bring everything back from graveyards, etc. I believe. All right, so Lotus Cobra in here. And let's get the Hinterland Harbor down. Give ourselves another blue mana. What I think I can do... I know, because they can just sacrifice it, right? I don't really fancy that. I don't really fancy that. Let's attack in and we pass. Because if I did that, I was going to take this away from them, but I think if I did that, it would completely screw me, right? Because they would just sacrifice it and this would die. So that's not a good play there. Opponent needs to wrath the board, I believe. Are they looking to try and kill the Cobra? Okay, so Narset goes. They grab a Dovin's Veto. Okay. And a Teferi, wow. They can't down tick with a Teferi, right?
No time for a break.
If they've not got a land here. A Stomp? Oh, this is an interesting one. It's an interesting one indeed. So what I think I do here is crack down the steam vents. For red. And I think I try to return this to its owner's hand. Try and force them to use the Dovin's Veto. I think the Stomp's a little more important here. Okay. Beautiful. Because this puts them in a position whereby they used up their extra mana to cast the Teferi, right? So perhaps they don't have a 5th mana. They play the Narset down, but it uses their whole turn. Search for Scanter. Okay. Any more man? Okay, 2 in. Nice. That's really encouraging for us. Right, so let's go for Lucky Clover here. Red. I'm gonna cast this. Red mana. Green. Green mana. Blue. Bonecrushed Giant. Draws. Escape to the wilds. Nice. It's phase. Let's go. So this could be a Wrath. It could be a Wrath. But I mean, if it is a Wrath, Oppo's using their entire turn, right? Understood. So we could go Beanstalk Giant. Yeah, let's go. Okay, let's grab this. Key Clover. Heartset's there. Green. Now we're going off. Oppo's still short on mana. Escape to the wilds. Kind of like this here. Maybe play the Triome down. And whilst Oppo's tapped out, I think I'm going to ping them with the double Bonecrushed Giant. Just to make sure that I can actually play this and it uses up less kind of mana here, you know. Alright, so this is going to switch. Interesting that. So they switch it. Now they've got 5 mana. We're going to take an extra turn after this, hopefully. I'll set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can't do both unless I get an untapped land. A scoop. A scoop. We were going to play the Beanstalk Giant now. We were happy with that. Let's go. Next game. Okay, so game 2. Bombo. I don't think we can keep this, right? We've got nothing that draws us, nothing that shapes us here. Let's mulligan. And yeah, we can keep this. We can keep this. So we're going to pop one of the Brazen Borrowers into the side and start off with a tap land. If it's a creature deck, Bonecrushed Giant. Slow start for our opponent. Tap land, there you go. Maybe I play too fast. I don't know. Opt. And we pass. Not ideal here. Let's go red mana and pass. Keep up Bone Crush Giant. I mean, we might fire off a Bone Crush Giant if they respond with something at the end of my turn, which they didn't. 3 mana down. Saheeli. Okay, so Saheeli can actually go off here. I want to put them under a little bit of pressure. Do I actually go Brazen Borrower? I think I do go Brazen Borrower here, actually. Right. I'm actually going to play 1 Bone Crush Giant down. Because this then... this kind of halts a little bit whether or not they can play the Saheeli, right? They do. They do. Okay, so this is actually really good. I will attack him with Saheeli. Presumably they're going to fire off Opt or something like that, which will create a 1/1. In response, I will remove it with the Brazen Borrower. Okay. Move it with the Brazen Borrower. And I'm also going to stomp the Saheeli. And just get rid of it. Like, it completely shapes their entire game. It can just make all those blockers, which is going to stop my chip damage from getting through. Perfect. 2 cards in hand. 3 in the kind of adventure zone. A second Saheeli. Interesting. Oppo's kind of going all in here. Straight off with a Faithless Looting here. Great to see. And so they've got the Arcs. Shockland in there. That's interesting. That is interesting. Let's make them lose this, I think. Right. I don't think they have a 1 mana counterspell, do they? I think it's just the Escape to the Wilds here for me. Oh, lands. Okay. Okay. Next turn we go Lotus Cobra Shock. I mean, not ideal. Not ideal for us, but understood. Okay, we don't have any board drafts. Well, we do have board drafts in the side, actually. We do have board drafts in the side that we can get from the Fae. Do we do that this turn? Maybe. I don't know. Let's have a look. We can definitely play... So 1 to the top. Sprite Dragon. Okay, so yes, I think if at all possible... If at all possible, we do want to... Oh, wow, okay. Oh, nice. Nice, and it gets countered as well. Very, very clever interaction there. So Brainstorm... Okay. Opt. Okay, so this is kind of a do or die moment. Does the maths check out? Phoenix is there as well. Does the maths check out? So 1, 2, 3. I mean, it does, but can I play everything? So play these 2 down. And then I can play 1, which will generate another mana. So actually, I'll be at the same position, right? Is that right? So if I was to do this and play this down, that's 2. But then I can play another mana and generate a second one. So I'll be up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can then fire this off for 3, which will take me down to 3, 4. It won't, will it? So I'll be up to 6 here. No. Okay. So what I think I need to do is play this forest. Tap for this, 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 and this. Which would get me my wishes. Anger of the Gods. Which I can then play down. 3 damage to everything. Exiles. I mean, we lose a lot of gas, but I think I needed to do that because that's If not, they just take over the board, right? And then we're just gone. Another brainstorm. They just have them all. They have them all. Okay. Some decisions for Oppo to make here. So 2 cards would go on top. Perfect. Right. We've got the Ox, which they can fire out. I mean, what do we do with the Ox? Is the question. What do we do with the Ox? So I've not used any with Graveyard Recursion, it seems. Okay. Up there as well, making another 1/1. We're in trouble, I guess. We're in trouble. I mean, we've got the blocker with the Bonecrush Giant, but wow, they're just using things. Oh, to get the Phoenix out, nice. Maxing for 3. Could be GG's here actually. Could be GG's here. Let's have a gander. See what we've got available to us. Not enough, perhaps. Perhaps not enough. Lucky Clover. And we go for a Stomp. No, Stomp doesn't work, does it? Stomp doesn't work. Double there. No, okay, GG's. Let's go to game 2. See, I always think it's better that we can get these from the sideboard, you know? I think the Disputes and the Gates is going to be excellent. But is it on cast or is it on resolve? It's probably on cast, right? The cage, we can put 1 cage in. I think it's good again to be able to grab the other cage should we need it. Brazen Borrower is okay. It's not amazing for us. Maybe we can cut a Cobra down. Very, very tricky for us here. We're very lucky with the Anger of the Gods there. I think we have to say done and see how this game pans out. Play first. It's a little slow, but we do get an early Lucky Clover. So I think I'm actually okay keeping. The Triome could be useful as a cycle land, but hopefully we're not going to need it, right? I don't see myself cycling this on 3. Opposers deciding whether or not to mulligan. They do, I believe. Is that a second mulligan? Ooh. This could be just what we need to take it to game 3. Okay, Oppo's down to 5 cards. Let's land and say go. Lucky Clover. Opt. Nice. 1 to the bottom. Draw. Okay. What's Oppo like for land? Let's see if they're screwed or whether they're good. Looks like they're good. A Braid. Nice. I mean, that's very nice for Oppo because it stops me getting a turn 4 Escape to the Wilds, right? Let's hit the Beanstalk Giant. And I think for blue, we go green. Let's go green there. Okay. Expressive Iteration. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 into your hand, 1 onto the bottom of your library. Exile 1, and you can play the exiled one. Now, Oppo's going to want to put a land into the exiled zone so they can play it. Next turn, we're going to go for a... I mean, I think we just fire off the Escape to Wilds in all honesty. Ramp ourselves up with mana. Get to a point where perhaps we can play the Beanstalk Giant down next turn. Or the turn after, sorry. Oppo not happy with their cards, perhaps? I mean, this is an absolute pain. However, I can understand. You know. Wait, Faithless Looting. Okay, understood. So, draw 2, discard 2. Seems good. Come on, Oppo. Okay. Right, well, in this case, I think I play this in. And I'm going to crack it. Probably for red. And I'm going to play the Escape to Wilds. So it thins out my deck beforehand. Nice. Forest. Innkeeper. Let's go. Nice. Thanks. 2 Evolving Wilds. Escape to the Wild, sorry. Can't play them both, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, do I even need to play them both? Is the question. Actually, it kind of locks me into what I can and can't do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can play 2 lands, and I can play I can play the Fertile Footsteps. So I lose one of the Escape to the Wild. That's right. Knowledge of Promise. Faithless Looting. Instant. Is this going to get the thing back? Is this going to get the flyer? Okay. Faithless Looting. Draw 2. I mean, Oppo's been able to shape their hand really well. I mean, the amount of cards they've drawn, they must have something here. Is it just that they're short on lands, perhaps? Okay, Fabled Passage, Crack. Get the Arclight Phoenix back in for 3. Nice. Impressive. Okay, another land there. Let's go for a... Let's go for an Escape to the Wilds here. Now this changes things, right? Does it? Feels like it does. Feels like it should. Feels like it should change things. I mean, go Beanstalk Giant. Grab ourselves a green mana. Go down to the battlefield. Play the Innkeeper. And then next turn, you know, we're looking at a Lucky Clover, and then just hammering home with the stomps, trying to wrap our opponent's board and hopefully get ourselves back into things. Okay, so the 2 Beanstalk Giants are safe for us. What did I lose there? Yeah, so we go Lucky Clover next turn into 2 stomps. Okay, can we? Yeah, we can kill that. Obviously puts a counter on things. Okay, so they're going to get this back the turn after. I mean, if this is just opponent's turn, I know we can't save one, can we? We can't save one. Yeah, so they had to have that. They'll grab themselves a they'll grab themselves an Opt, presumably, or Brainstorm, even better. 3/3 here. Problematic. Okay. My turn. And another one. Beautiful. Right. So green, green. Play this in. We're gonna go for a stomp. And phase. Gonna go for a stomp. Double. Okay. Now do I draw or do I just... I think I just grab whatever is in here, right? Okay. Let's go for a Body of Research. And a Thud. Thanks. Oppo's got to keep up a counter spell if they have them, if they're running them. I mean, we could just be dead this turn. You know, in all honesty, we could just be dead. Maybe I should have gone for a Cage. Faithless Looting. Brainstorm. Okay. Oppo's got to do 9 damage. 3 blue mana left open. Another fate. Okay. Ox. The Ox could be the one. No, Faithless Looting. Leaving open 1 blue mana. Interesting. Arclight Phoenix. 2 Phoenixes come back. So the fact that there's a pause here and they've like played the land suggests that they have either a shock or an Opt. Oppo couldn't do anything about that. So we would have hit 35 in the face. Very good. I like where we are. I've had a little think. And perhaps we can take out a Cobra and put one of the Brazen Borrowers back in. The reason being is that if they have got any of those sprites that just get larger, we can just return it back to their hand and they'll lose the counters. I think that might be the play there. So let's pass. Cage is nice. Cage, Clover, Brazen Borrower. Oppo goes first. Let's keep. Ooh. I mean, I think we still... Even though it's nice to see this blue, I think I still crack this here. Like, the cage is, you know, not inconsequential, but I think it's not drastically needed right now, right? Like, I think getting to the fertile footsteps is more important. Okay, should we try it? Oh, yeah, we can chuck that in. That's fine. Let's try for the Clover. Oppo could have an Abrade again. But obviously better to Abrade the Lucky Clover than it is to Abrade the Cage, right? Okay. Fertile footsteps. Grab ourselves a... just go green? We'll go green. And play the Cage. A second Abrade. A second Abrade. Okay. Okay, Oppo, I see you. Nice. Opt. There's a... Okay. White Dragon. Fine. I'm going to give myself an extra turn, I think. I'm going to give myself an extra turn just to kind of shore things up a little bit. Get myself more land. Put myself in a slightly better position. Okay. More footsteps. I'm going to grab the other blue. And... do I have a peek at what's available now? Perhaps I do. Perhaps I do, whilst Oppo is kind of in this position. Can they see what I've grabbed? They can, can't they? They can see what I've grabbed. Body of Research seems good. I mean, we're nearly there, though, aren't we? We're nearly there. Grab the Body of Research. We can hold up the double, like, Brazen Borrower thing next turn. And by that, I mean, return this to their hand. Okay, no Phoenix in the graveyard just yet. Obviously expecting to see that in a second. I mean, I could play down a Beanstalk Giant. But... I mean, a 45-45, uh-oh, 44-44 by the time it comes to it is good enough, right? Another Dragon. 3 damage. Okay, do I stomp? Interesting one, this. I think I stomp there. And I'm going to offer to play this in. Okay. Pass. Keep up the Brazen Borrower. Oppo cracks this. They might opt end of turn. But I mean, nah, no Phoenix is in the no Phoenix is in there just yet, right? They could opt end of turn. Okay, the speed that passed, I don't think they do have opt. Oh, they do. Okay, so they must have the Phoenix here, because if not, it makes no sense at all for them to be saving this cheap spell. You see? Well, mind you, they've not discarded it. Maybe they could discard it this turn. That's to attacks. Returns to hand. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, escape to wilds. I mean, it's got to be petty theft, right? Oh dear. Oh no. Okay. Right. I could hit the time warp. What do I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I needed a land so I could do all of the good things. Okay. 5 damage to target creature. Interesting. They're not playing this now? Clover. Okay. So they might have a counter, but we get to make 2 anyway, right? So actually, if Oppo does have a counter, that's fine. The 2 things we're getting are Thud. Okay, so do we go Cage here, actually? Or do I go Thud? Probably Thud. Probably Thud. Innkeeper. Brainstorm. Okay. No Phoenixes there. Faithless Looting. We've got perfect mana for this. Oppo knows we've got both. They scooped last time when they... So Oppo's given us some information here. They scooped last time when they saw that we had the combo in hand. Okay, Phoenix in the side. Chandra as well. Interesting. Are they going to flash this back? Are they seeing how they can do 9 damage to us? How many? They only have 1 Phoenix, right? Okay. So they're doing a little bit of everything here. 1 to the bottom, so they draw 1. They draw 2, so they're looking for any counter spell. Scoop. They didn't get it. Ooh. Combo's good. Combo's good. Okay, so game 3. Animu. And it's a slow start. We can slow things down on our opponent's end with the Petty Theft and the Stomp. I think we keep. I think we keep. Our opponent with a new avatar. A mulligan. Ooh, for the book of. Can I open the book? No, the book doesn't want to be opened. Book does not want to be opened. Not entirely sure I like the books. I prefer the Thopter, which we're covering with my face. I don't know why it drops a pie though. Is that lore? Have I missed something? Okay. So we're gonna get the Crag in and pass means we don't have to kind of shock ourselves here. There is a world where I play down 1 Bone Crush Giant next turn, depending on what our opponent goes for. Okay, Pyromancer. Seems good. We're going to stomp that. I'm not about that lifestyle. Ooh, wow. Loving the fabled passages there, but let's get the Bone Crush Giant down. Now, interesting to see this in the blue list. Sprite Dragon. Any other land? They do have lands. Hey. Okay, so let's thin out our list a little bit. Grab ourselves a blue. Going in Wing-Con territory. Nice. And, I think I actually end the turn here. Oppo's going to crack this end of turn. Now, what I want to do is I want to use the Brazen Borrower on the Sprite Dragon once it's kind of fully plumped up. So that, you know, they've almost wasted their instants and sorceries. Faithless Looting. Seems good. What more do they have? So they have to discard 2 cards. This looks like the same game as last game. So the Phoenix is there. Okay. So this is actually really interesting. So what we can do here is we're going to be looking to Brazen Borrow the Sprite Dragon back to hand. Presumably they're going to kind of tap all out here to get themselves the Phoenix back, right? So Oppo is sifting through their deck. We should be in a position whereby we can just attack him for 4 afterwards. Shock. Okay. We don't like being shocked there. That's the combat. Phoenix is in. And we return this to hand. Oops. And we shock the Phoenix. Feels good. Pass back to our opponent, who has nothing. Again, thinning out our library, looking for a more blue mana. Now, the blue mana is really important because it allows us to do our combo. And so the question is here, do I start to put like aggressors on the ground, or do I look for the combo? I mean, what I could just do is grab the... In fact, I think this is the play. I'm going to have a gander in our sideboard and grab a cage. Pop the cage down. Completely slows our opponent down. They can't get the Phoenix back. They can't play the Faithless Looting, I don't think. Can they? Okay. Iterations. Any land for our opponent? Ah, they do get the land. They do get the land. But the enters tapped, right? 2 damage. Not an ideal position there. Not an ideal position. Okay, so now we can start looking at green mana. And I think what I might do... In fact, what do I do? Do I do this and the Brazen Borrower? I mean, Oppo seems a little bit short, right? Let's go this and flash in the Brazen Borrower afterwards. Because this could be... I mean, depending on what our opponent does here, we're presenting like semi-lethal, right? Could have an Abrade to kill the cage, but not in the main list. I think they bring the Abrades in from the side, right? Phoenix. Land. What are you thinking, Upper? What are you thinking, my dear friend? Pass to attacks. Ooh. Pass the damage. Flash in the Brazen Borrower. Oppo could have a counterspell. Or a shock. It's going to be a shock here, right? Spikefield Hazard. Okay, understood. Beanstalk Giant. Grabbing ourselves a green. Haven't played a land yet, have I? Oh, no, it's tapped me awfully there. It's absolutely decimated my my tapping. Okay, Favor Wishes now. And we kind of have to attack him with 8 here. Kills that. Oppo's down to 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's play... Discard 2 cards, right? Discard 2 cards. Let's play this down and we pass to our opponents. Yeah, mistapped me awfully there. So what, in an ideal world, what I want to do is kind of bring this back to hand. Grab ourselves like an Ugin or something just to deal that extra damage over. But we win that game. We're going to put 1 cage in. And what did we like about this? Maybe a Dispute and a Negate. Keep the Pact because it's great to get out. You know, if you've used all of your mana, you've still got something up. And then maybe get rid of 1 Cobra, 1 Brazen... In fact, both Cobras and 1 Brazen Borrower. I think that was how we played it last time. Okay, so let's push through. It'd be great to win our 3rd game in a row. It would be absolutely fantastic. Try and get ourselves yet another 4-4, which will be 3 in a row on the channel, which will be excellent. Okay, this one is not a good keep. I mean, the 10-2 cage is nice, but you assume they've sideboarded in the Braids, and then we're left with nothing. We've got no blue mana for any of these. So we're going to hit them all again. And this is a lot better. We're going to keep, put 1 Brazen Borrower back, go for the Stomping Grounds into the Harbor. Oh, an Opt. Okay. Stomping Grounds into the Harbor still. Sometimes you have to mulligan, right? Brainstorm. Okay, so Oppo's shaping their hands now. This is just such a powerful card. Such a powerful card, especially if you got kind of like shuffle facilities, like get rid of a couple of extra lands that you don't want, shuffle your deck, you know, and then you're not drawing them next turn. Oh, nice. Okay, so we're going to test to see whether Oppo has got, well, A, whether they've sideboarded in the braid, and B, whether they've actually got it in hand. I think they will have. What this does is it takes an entire turn off of them building their hand, directing it at the Lucky Clover. Okay. Ooh. Seems they do not. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to pass. Going to pass. Oppo plays the second creature down. Like the double Brazen Borrower just seems gas, right? Plus 2 attacks. Take the 1. Any second creature. Let's be a little bit coy here. Let's throw it in. Let's throw it in. Invite some cheap removal from our opponent. Well, they might have a braid actually and thought that we had... Let's go dispute. Okay, I mean... Any more? Any more? I feel like you do. No? Okay. Okay, Oppo. I see you. I see you. Running Vortex. Kind of an anger there. Doesn't really do anything. I like it. We haven't got a cage down, have we? Like, a cage could be good here. And I think... What more do we want? Do we just want to shape ourselves up and start with the... want to start with the body of research? You know, just like start to suggest that that's the direction we might be going. We're still like 2-3 mana off, right? Because of this mountain. Try and time warp ourselves next turn. Get another turn advantage. Okay, maybe we're a little bit slow on the cage. I mean, they've got to... Crackling Drake. Crackling Drake would be great for them. It really, really would. Okay. Draws a card. Nice. Okay, so blue mana. Blue mana's good. Let's hit the time warp on ourselves. Give ourselves another draw. Meh. Green mana. I mean, it's working our way there, isn't it? Okay, we can draw twice. We can go for a Fae. Land. 2 fertile footsteps. Go for a blue and a green. So we are there. We're actually there. But the issue is, of course, do I bring the Fae of Wishes back this turn or do I wait? I think getting the cage in is important. I think getting the cage in is really, really important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 back to hand. I mean, yeah. Expressive Iteration is there. We're not in the best position. Maybe we have to just draw with the Innkeeper. Opt. I'm gonna say no blocks here. We'll take whatever they have. You know, like they've got enough to fire the opt off, buff this. It's all good. So that's 8. Oh wow, really? Really? So do I want to get this? Exile target instant sorcery. For each card exiled way, you may cast a copy without paying its mana cost. I mean, it feels like it should be this. And feels like should be that and FUD, right? I mean, time warp. What's your counter say, Noppo? Put on top. Yes. And we pass. Okay. Okay, I think... Have they got a straight up removal for the Fae? Have they got a hit in the face? I just don't know. This could easily go to game 3. Easily go to game 3. So body of research... I mean... So... Izzet's mastery... I mean, I still need to fire this off, right? Or can I just fire this? I mean, this is essentially a time warp. You know? Like, my opponent's... My opponent's giving me an extra chance. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now they have 3 left. Raise and borrow. Yikes. Oh, but if you've got a removal for this, you've just slow played me. Because you can see my hand. I just don't understand sometimes. Like what do opponents think? Why do they... I don't know. Okay. 1 turn shy there. No changes. Run it back. So, play first. I think I have to mulligan. Okay, this is much better. We've got elements of ramp here, so we can keep. We can pop the Bone Crush Giant away. I think I need to... realistically, there's nothing we're playing on 2, right? So, I'm going to thin out my deck early doors. Grab myself a red mana. Perfect. Really good mana within this deck, and I think the Fable Passage in the sideboard is just kind of like chef's kiss on the top, you know? Innkeeper. Seiko. Oppo's got an Opt. Or Brainstorm. I keep forgetting that Brainstorm. The card exists. The card exists. Okay. An interesting one. In that there is a world where, depending on... Like, if we draw a land, I mean, it makes sense for us to take the Beanstalk Giant so we can escape to the wilds on turn 4, right? Okay. So... But in cases like this where they don't, I think I'm going to hit the Bone Crush Giant and draw. Hopefully I'm drawing. Attacking for 1. And we pass. Second Brainstorm. Oppo's molding their hand. Okay. Faithless Looting. Oppo's getting all of the cheap interaction cards out of the way early does. I wonder... Okay. So this will come in tapped. So I do need to get a KJ ASAP, in all honesty. The Phoenix is troublesome. Okay. Arbor. We're going to go in for 5 here. And we consider the Beanstalk Giant. Oppo Ops. Again, cheap cards there. We need a green, right? So I can play the... Oh no, we had a green there, but that's fine. That's fine. We're looking for blues from now on with the Beanstalk Giant. But I think what I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3. Another Faithless Looting here. Okay, so has Oppo got enough cheap interaction to get out the Arclight Phoenix straight away? The point from then, though, is like, can they really afford to attack, you know? I think shaping our hand with the Escape to Wilds is going to be good. Lightning Strike and the Pyromancer? Okay. That's scary. It must be a counterspell. Ether Gust. I think I'm actually going to decline, or... Yeah, I'm going to decline. We've got another one in hand. Going to deal that 6 damage. Nice. Like, if Oppo finds himself in a position whereby they feel they have to leave up counterspells, we're going to kill them, you know? They dealt 2 damage to themselves. Sprite Dragon. Land. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are we thinking? What are we thinking here? Oppo allowed it. Fabled Passage. Okay, I mean, Brazen Borrower here, right? Is the shout. Triome down. I mean, let's just try it. Brazen Borrower. To hand. Let's go Dispute. Puts a counter on it. Understood. I mean, I'm just attacking through here. Like, they can block and put another counter on. Oh, wow. Really? Okay. That's good. That's good. Fey of Wishes into what? 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. No, I can't do that. So, where are we here, Oppo? What are you thinking? What are you thinking, my friend? Fey of Wishes into Thud? I mean, I probably need to just dink them for 2 here. Get some reach. Attacking for 1, maybe? No. Can't do that. Play creep. So I think it's a Thud. No, so I think it's a Stomp. And I think I've got to get a... I think I've got to use this and get myself a cage because of all this. All these shenanigans. Oppo goes Faithless Looting. Counters are kind of useless to our opponent at the minute. Okay, discard 2 cards. I mean, 2 Phoenix? It's just GG's. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look here. Is it GG's? Are they going to be angered at this top deck? Spell Pierce. I can pay 2. I'll go GG's. Auto pay. 3 games in a row. Let's go. Let's go. Down 775. Impressive. Okay. Play first. And no blue mana. No source of card draw. No source of recursion. I think we need to mulligan. Same again here, but I mean, seems to be working up to the Evo Wilds just a little bit better, right? So, we play down the Stomping Grounds. Oppo mulligans as well. We've got Stomp next turn if this is a creature list. Oh, Stomp Tamer. Not what I was expecting. A mono blue list. Okay. We're going to stop that in its tracks. There's a world there where I wait for him to put like the Curiosity or Curious Obsession or something onto it, but I think we're a little bit out of that world. Lofted Denial. Let's go. Get the cans out of the way so they don't impact the Escapes to Wilds, right? Forest. Fire this off. Am I bleeding Oppo of counter spells here? Maybe. Maybe. Looks like I am. Opt. 1 to the top. Terramander. I think I'm going to try here for a stomp. Maybe it should be on Oppo's upkeep. But the thing is, I want to try and get my creature in as well. So, okay, Lofty now using those counter spells up. It's not ideal, but the Escape to Wilds gets us back into the game, right? Essentially nothing from our opponent. Can pay the 1 if needs be. Have they got another Lofty Denial? Okay, let's think phase. Time Warp we can't play. Okay. Does this get us in now? Does this get us in? I mean, they've got something. I honestly thought we'd get away with this Escape to the Wilds. Okay, so we land the creature down onto the battlefield. That's a great start for us. Aethagust, Brazen Borrower. Okay. We can race. Curious Obsession. The race becomes a lot harder now. The lack of blue mana for us might end up killing us. So they attack him for 4 damage, and they get to draw. And they're the first ones to attack him for 4 as well. So they're kind of technically ahead on things. Okay. Gonna try and get in an attack here. Play out the Lucky Clover. This might garner some sort of removal or counter. It does not. Okay. Land. Oppo hits him for another 4. Draws another card. Seems an excellent engine. What's the pause for, I wonder? Like, a part of me thinks they've got another Brazen Borrower in hand. Okay, fire this off for 2 blue. Maybe it can activate as a Time Warp. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. There's our blue mana sorted. Gonna attack him for 4 here. See if Oppo flashes something in. And I think I've got to. Forgot to try and take another turn anyway. Like, if our opponent's got a counter spell, they'll fire it off here. I mean, they've drawn 3 cards. I don't expect them all to be lands, right? Not in the mono blue list where they're playing less lands anyway. But if this lands, we overtake on the clock in terms of the damage, and that's actually huge. That's really, really huge. We also get the Beanstalk Giant down next turn as well, not to mention. Okay, Spell Pierce. They went for it. Damn. Spectral Sailor. Let's go. Now they've got a blocker. Now they've got card draw, so drawing 2 cards a turn. Blocking me. Second Curious Obsession. Wow. Oppo's trying to end the game in 2 turns. No need to attack him with a Sailor there. Like, it doesn't change the clock, right? Doesn't change the clock. Red mana. GG's. GG's. No element of card draw there in the slightest. Let's go. So we're going to enter a counter war. We're going to place in the negates, the mystical disputes, and I think we can take out the cobras. We need the brazen borrowers this turn to time to block in the air. And all of these cards we just need to grab via granted. Play first. No. Probably the worst possible hand for us. Mulligan. Oh dear lord. Really? Mulligan again? Okay, keep. Excuse me. Innkeeper and the Fae. Try and just get there on the ramp. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay. Storm Tamer. Okay, we're going to put our opponent off again a turn. Fire the Bone Crush Giant. Stomp. Work our way into the Fertile Footsteps. Hopefully, anyway. Hopefully. I mean, I'm going to do this now because then we can fire off Escape to the Wilds next turn if it hits. And it begins. I just don't think we can take turns off. Because they're essentially drawing counter spells every turn, right? Okay. Play this in. Although Lofty Denial now costs 4 for us to counter, so... Essence Capture. Diversification of removal spells focusing on creatures, non-creatures as well is just excellent. Okay. Up against the draw. Quick pass. I'm going to try the Escape to the Wilds here. Lofty Denial. Three damage. Mono Blue is going to be the deck that beats us, guys. And we've got absolutely no way of coming back from it. Innkeeper. Draw with the Bone Crush Giant. Brainstorm. They've got Brainstorm as well. I was just thinking what Mono Blue needs is even more card draw. Wow. Okay. So we get to draw with the Bone Crush Giant. I mean, it's going to get countered, I think. Decline. Decline. I need something new. I need something good. Bay of Wish is going to be too late, I think. Terramander. They can just activate this next turn and they win, right? Or at least close to. They were like one shot. Can't afford it. I need to play this down as a creature. Draw a card. Damn. Damn. Well, Mono Blue. It seems that you are as irritating as ever in this format and potentially getting worse with the Brainstorm. Oh, wow. A lot of patience needed. A lot of patience needed. I mean, Oppo here, this is the card that if you have got a counter spell, this is what you want to be countering. 100% this is what you want to be countering, right? Because it does a little bit of everything here. It's drawing me a card. It's giving me a blocker. It's giving me a very substantial blocker on the Storm Tamer. Also, a 2-turn clock with a Terramander, though. Oppo. Decisive opponent. Steam Vents. Wow, really? Okay. Lucky Clover. Spell Pierce. I mean, I'm not shocking this in. It just tapped. And what's Oppo got here? Like 6? Just pass. They adapt end of turn. Okay. 3-turn clock. Oh, 2-turn clock. Oh, it's 4 counters, isn't it? It's not just, it doesn't just turn into a 4/4. Right. Curious Obsession. Still a 2-turn clock with it, but now they are drawing. Brazen Borrower. Okay, just a no turn clock. No turn clock there. Oppo showing off. GG's. Wow. Yikes. So there we have it, everybody. 3 wins out of 4 in today's video. Sadly, I was not able to break that 100% record and make it 3 videos in a row, but catch us next time to see whether we can get back on track. I hope you enjoyed the deck. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it. Is it something that you want to run on the ladder? Does it work outside of Mythic as well? As a thank you for getting to the end of the video, make sure to check in the description, and underneath the deck tag I've left you a code for a Strixhaven booster. Let me know in the comments what you got from that booster. But until next time, make sure to keep yourself safe. I've been Ardeen, and I'll catch you in the next video.